We are kicking things off with urgent alerts as Arizona Public Service warns of potential power shutoffs in Flagstaff this Wednesday due to extreme wildfire risk. We dive into the details of what Arizona Public Service is telling residents about these potential outages and what preparations people need to make right now.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the weather forecast for the region, as KMTV3 News now breaks down the outlook from a clear and warm evening into potential severe storms Thursday with strong winds and possible hail. We'll explore the chances of spin-up tornadoes and the heavy rain amounts expected this week. Overnight, we switch gears to major global and political developments. Politico reports on Virginia voters approving Democrats' gerrymandering effort, while France 24 covers President Donald Trump's statement on extending the ceasefire with Iran. We also examine the growing internal backlash facing Sir Keir Starmer within the Labour Party. Finally, we wrap up with a look at the legislative action in the UK, as a bill banning tobacco sales to anyone born after 2008 moves through Parliament. Stay tuned for all the latest updates as we bring you the news that matters. Arizona Public Service, or APS, has issued a warning regarding potential power shutoffs in parts of the Flagstaff area beginning Wednesday due to extreme wildfire risk. The utility announced on Tuesday that it may need to temporarily cut power to high fire-risk communities to mitigate the danger of electrical equipment igniting or contributing to wildfires. The potential power disruption could occur as early as 9 a.m., though the estimated restoration time remains unclear. Meteorologists and fire mitigation specialists are actively monitoring rapidly changing weather patterns and fire conditions. Their assessment indicates that extreme winds, with gusts approaching 70 miles per hour, combined with dry terrain, present an elevated wildfire threat. APS has identified specific areas where customers are likely to experience power outages. However, the utility stressed that if weather conditions improve, the planned safety shutdown may be canceled. APS confirmed it is working closely with local emergency management and will keep affected customers informed. Residents are advised to monitor the APS outage map tomorrow for specific outage times. The city of Flagstaff has also provided residents with important safety tips to follow during this period. Noi Dung Kai Tight. Good morning. KMTV3 News now brings you the latest weather outlook, highlighting a warm start to the week followed by a significant shift in conditions heading into Thursday. Tonight, Wednesday, is expected to be warm, with clear skies and temperatures in the mid-80s, though conditions will become windy with south winds gusting up to 30 to 35 miles per hour, increasing the risk for wildfires. Looking ahead to Thursday, a cold front is set to move in, bringing a notable change. Expect a chance of storms accompanied by gusty winds reaching up to 45 miles per hour. While morning rain is possible, the most active weather is forecast for the afternoon, between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. These afternoon storms carry the potential for severity, including strong winds and large hail, with the possibility of spin-up tornadoes in the late afternoon. Temperatures will cool down into the mid-70s, and heavy rain is anticipated at times, with estimated amounts ranging from 0.25 to 0.5 inches, potentially reaching 1 inch by Friday morning. Friday will offer a reprieve, bringing drier, sunny, and cooler conditions with highs in the 60s. The weekend shows a return of moisture, with chances for rain over Saturday, and likely rain showers on Sunday and Monday. Weekend nighttime temperatures are projected to drop into the low 40s, with daytime highs near 60 degrees. This dynamic weather pattern signals a shift from warm stability to unsettled conditions midweek, with Thursday presenting the most significant weather event. Go Local Prov News delivered a rapid-fire overview of 5 major national and global news stories spanning the overnight period of Wednesday, April 22, 2026. In domestic politics, Politico reported that Virginia voters approved a Democratic effort to redraw state lines, giving the party a strategic advantage in its bid to regain the House in November. This potential gerrymander aims to flip 4 Republican seats. Globally, tensions involving Iran and the United States remained high. France 24 noted that President Donald Trump announced the indefinite extension of the ceasefire with Iran, a day before its scheduled expiration, as peace talks were paused. This announcement was seen as easing immediate fears of renewed conflict that had impacted energy markets. However, Pakistan's plans for a second round of talks were sidelined as Iran reportedly rebuffed efforts to restart negotiations, with both nations maintaining that fighting would resume without a deal. In UK politics, Telegraph reports detailed mounting internal discord within the Labour Party. Sir Keir Starmer is facing accusations of cultivating a toxic culture following revelations from the Mandelson scandal, compounded by claims that No 10 forced Lord Mandelson's appointment as U.S. ambassador despite vetting warnings. This has led to public distancing from the Prime Minister by figures like Yvette Cooper and Ed Miliband. Furthermore, Downing Street faced intense scrutiny over alleged bullying of Sir Ollie Robbins regarding the security clearance for the disgraced peer. President Trump also issued a strong statement regarding the Strait of Hormuz, asserting that Iran seeks to keep the waterway open to generate revenue, claiming they only advocate for closure to save face. Finally, The Guardian highlighted significant UK legislation progress. A bill banning tobacco sales to individuals born after 2008 has successfully navigated Parliament, with ministers hoping it will foster a smoke-free generation. The legislation will prohibit the sale of tobacco across the UK to anyone born on or after January 1, 2009, aiming to reduce the burden on the NHS. The bill is set to receive royal assent next week. Puzzle enthusiasts across the United States are looking for solutions to the Wednesday, April 22, 2026 puzzles distributed by USA Today. Subscribers to the local newspaper are encouraged to check if they have the corresponding solutions for the following sets. The featured word puzzles include a set featuring the words blend, guard, campus, puddle. A wordplay clue mentioned is, when he dozed off in math class, the teacher set up and add M. Other distributed content includes quotes and humorous prompts. Bob Odenkirk was quoted stating, "If there's a part of comedy I love, it's that it's a transmission device for honesty, sometimes brutal honesty." Dorothy Parker is remembered for the adage, "Creativity is a wild mind and a disciplined eye." A food-related query appeared with the question, "What do you think should be every hungry bear's favorite kind of sandwich?" Growled cheese. A set of words, loon, good, food, cook, cool, look, rock, door, was also distributed. Further distributed items included phrases such as insist, thinking, gasps, stick, kickoff, and the phrase, fluffy fresh powder.